What's going on, everybody? It's Cold. Today for you guys, I'm going to be teaching you the fastest way to rank up. This is definitely a hot topic considering they just added 1,000 new levels to the game after achieving Prestige Master. So, if you guys are wondering the best way to level up, the number one tip I can really give you is to play Nuketown. Nuketown Domination and Nuketown Hardpoint are your best friends for ranking up. Those two specific modes especially, because you'll get way more XP playing those two game modes. Just make sure you're playing the objective as much as possible while also not just throwing your body out there brainlessly, giving the other team kills and getting yourself more deaths. That is just going to result in less XP. So if you don't have Nuketown, you could possibly try to find a code online somewhere. Or try to beg Activision support or something to give you a free one. Apparently they're going to be giving out the map around January time, so hopefully if you don't have it now, you'll be able to get it soon in the future. But obviously to play Nuketown, you need to play the Chaos Mosh Pit playlist, which is in the bonus playlist when you search for a game. So if you don't have Nuketown, then I really suggest playing Domination, because the flag caps and the capture kills just give you such an opportunity to get a lot of score and a lot of kills and get a lot of challenges done as well. And you get 100 points per kill, which is a lot compared to other objective game modes like Kill Confirmed and Safeguard, for example. You only get 50 points a kill, so definitely go with Domination. Hardpoint is a close second, but in my opinion, Hardpoint is a lot harder to play solo. It can definitely be a little bit more of a struggle, and you're going to end up getting a lot more unnecessary deaths, in my opinion. So if you're unable to play Nuketown, definitely go with Domination as your game mode of choice. I also want to stress that you want to do your best to win the match, because when you win the match, you get a much larger match bonus at the end of a game than you would if you lost. It's about double, so that XP will definitely stack up over time and will make a huge difference. And that's why I think it's also favorable if you're able to play with at least a few friends, because even just having one friend who's, you know, solid at the game can make a huge difference in a match. So if you have people to play with, I would stay away from playing in a full party, because the kills are going to get spread out a lot more. But if you have 1 to 2 friends that are solid at the game that you want to level up with, I would definitely suggest that as well to make your life a lot easier. Next up, it's really important that you mix up your class setups as much as possible, because that will result in the most amount of XP. Obviously, when you first Prestige or you're first just starting out in the game, when you're level 1, you're not going to have too many options. But first, I'll quickly go through some of the best things you can use, and I'll also have a video where I go more in depth on class setups. But both the Coot and the VMP are solid. The Can 44 is pretty solid, not the best. I would say you don't really get a great assault rifle until the ICR and the Man-O-War. Shotguns I wouldn't really bother with. LMGs, the BRM is definitely solid. As I state in one of my other videos that I go a little more in depth on as well, it's right up there with other assault rifles. Its only downside is the reload, and I definitely don't really suggest using snipers at all. And now in terms of specialists, a lot of them are usable, and you want to make sure that you complete every single challenge for the specialist, because the more you get up here in terms of challenges, I already have them unlocked, but the more XP you're going to gain. So for example, I would honestly stay away from gravity spikes and overdrive, because they're not amazing. You could go with overdrive if you're just prestiging or something, you don't have many selections, then you could use this. But honestly, gravity spikes are not that great, even though they are a ton of fun. The vision pulse is pretty helpful, but I definitely would not suggest using the Sparrow. The Tempest is very good, definitely suggest using that, especially if you have a nice shot. Glitch, don't even bother with. Kinetic Armor and War Machine are both pretty solid as well. War Machine is average in terms of kills, in terms of a specialist weapon, while the Kinetic Armor can help in a ton of situations. Next up, we got Annihilator and Combat Focus. Both of these are very usable. Definitely suggest using this. Hive, the Nomad is alright. The only thing that sucks is you have to stay alive a long time for it to be its most effective. Rejact is a complete waste, never use it. The Scythe is arguably the best specialist weapon in the game. Psychosis is definitely very usable as well. Definitely a very good choice worth ranking up. The Ripper is a ton of fun. I would kind of play around with it yourself and see if it suits your kind of play style. Active Camo is pretty much a waste. Definitely don't even use that. The Purifier and the Heatwave are both awesome specialists that I definitely suggest using. So you want to max out these challenges for all the specials that you possibly can. Just make sure you're using what you're most comfortable with, because if you're using stuff that you're not doing well or you don't feel comfortable with, you're basically just wasting possible XP that you could be getting using a specialist you're already comfortable with, even if you've already done all the challenges for it, it'll still be worth it. Same goes for score streaks. In my opinion, the UAV is a staple that should almost always be on your class. The hater, in my opinion, should also be probably your first unlock if you're a solid player, your first permanent unlock when you prestige. If you're not such a great player, I would suggest first perma unlocking Ghost, especially if you're more of a solo player, because the UAV spam can be very annoying sometimes. But also, while you're ranking up more and more, we'll take a look at the challenges. You want to mix up your classes and score streaks as much as possible to finish some of these challenges. It is worth it because these are not very difficult to get. You only have to use them for probably around 5 to 10 games as long as you're getting them semi-often. So take a look at the challenges and always do the challenges that aren't going to be super stressful, and always leave on stuff that you're comfortable with. Don't try to do too many challenges at one time because that's just going to screw you over and you're not going to play as well. Also, when you prestige, you're going to get a ton of new challenges that are fairly easy to get and will definitely help you level up. So make sure you take a look at those. You know, they've got challenges for every perk and attachments and stuff like that. So if you're debating on prestiging, I would definitely say go for it and see how you like it the first time at least, and perma unlock your favorite thing in the game. I think you should unlock either Ghost or the hater personally, but ultimately that's up to you. Whatever thing you're most comfortable with and something you want to have right away as soon as you start playing. So if you're looking for specific class setups, make sure to check out my other video because I go way more in depth there. But hopefully you guys learned something from this video. If you have any questions in the comments about anything, make sure to drop me a comment. I will reply to any of your questions, and I really appreciate everyone who watched. Like I said, if you could leave a like, that would mean a lot. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for daily videos. I try to help you guys out as much as possible. But that's gonna wrap it up for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Make sure to check out the next 2 videos on screen. Thanks. Bye.